Hello, good morning. My hair is looking a little, we're just gonna ignore it. Baggy down, low key. I went to bed last night with all the best intentions of waking up early and filming a fun reading vlog, which I'm still going to do. But this morning, it's not even morning anymore, it's 12:19 currently, has just been so interesting. This is what my coffee looks like. This was also like $8. I mean, local coffee shop, it's sweating so much. I barely drink coffee today. I don't know, today was just been a crazy morning. I walked my dog to the groomers, and I know that I don't live in Beverly Hills, but the amount of crackheads that I came across this morning was just, ooh. An older man told me that I looked like World War III, whatever that's supposed to mean. Anyways, reading. Also, I have misplaced one of the books I want to read. This weekend, today is Friday, this weekend, I am going to read 100% this book. It's loud outside, sorry. Extracurricular by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I'm really, really excited about this. I think this is really a fun, this has tropes that I really like, and I mean, I know people are kind of anti-tropes right now, but whatever, I'm fine with it. I need something fun and silly. I've actually heard this is kind of emotional. I hope it's not too emotional because a girl can only take so much. And then after I finish that, I might pick up The Only Good Indians. I started this, I think I'm like one chapter in, so like I barely started it. I have never read Stephen Graham Jones before. I love horror lately, and I feel like this is just something that's gonna be fun. And maybe not fun, but you know what I mean. The reading experience will be fun. The book, probably not so much. And then I'm gonna read It's on My Kindle and Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I have put this off for so long, I don't know why. I really enjoyed First Time Caller. Was it an amazing 5-star book? No, but I still really enjoyed it. I don't remember Jackson and Delilah's relationship that much. I know a lot of people are talking about And Now Back to You, and they're like, Jackson and Delilah, Jackson and Delilah. I remember Jackson very well because he's like the best friend of the male main character. I don't even remember the male main character's name. I remember Jackson very well, and I remember his like odd quirks and stuff. I don't really remember his relationship with Delilah. I kind of remember that like he had an enemy at work. I don't think I was reading romantic vibes into that. Like I wasn't seeing what the BK Borison, I wasn't picking up what she was putting down, but I am excited to read this book. Those are my ambitious reading plans for this weekend. I mean, I'm off this summer because I work in education, and next week I have a really busy week. My best friend is getting married and I'm going to see BTS. Also, my best friend getting married is also. Okay, next time you see me, I will have a reading update on Extracurricular. I'm in my sister's room because I miss her, and I also have Darcy, who got a trim today. I love holding her like this. She's gonna be so annoyed with me. She's about to run out of this room. She's all right. Yeah, she's immediately getting on her stairs and vacating. I am pretty far into Extracurricular, even though I feel like I haven't been reading a lot today. I'm 140 pages in, so maybe like a third. Let me tell you right now, I thought this was gonna be a fun, easy, like sweet, cute romance. This is pretty heavy. The beginning, the first chapters, I've read another book by this author, The Weather Girl. First few chapters of this book, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like it. I think the prose is very simplistic, which is interesting because this author has written like 5 books. I think it did get better after the first few chapters, or maybe I got used to it, but something about the sentences and the descriptors definitely felt more like telling than showing, which I just didn't think an author with like 5 books under their belt was going to be writing, but I think it did get a little better, or like I said, maybe I just got used to the writing. Now, mini spoiler, if you don't want any spoilers about this book, stop listening. I'll put like something on the screen. This book is pretty heavy, like I said. I'm also kind of stressed because at the point where we are now, I know that it is like hot for teacher trope and it's like Professor X student. I don't know why I didn't think that this was gonna stress me out because I'm reading it and I feel stressed. They are doing Professor X student. He is her professor, she is a student, and yes, he's 36, she's 26. They are both consenting adults. However, there's still like a power imbalance. But she is also a very vulnerable character, and the male main character has gotten to see that. She is like on the verge of a mental breakdown every so often in this book, and he has gotten to see that. He's a psychology professor. He is like in charge of her grades, and he is in a position of power over her in that regard. He's also in a position of power over her because he has seen her be vulnerable, and he's like a good person. He is like walking green flag, which I don't love reading about. I like my characters to be a little more realistic, especially men. Like, girl, come on. I never met a man like this. Like, everything about him is perfect. I don't know. But I guess he's not so perfect because he is entering this relationship. It kind of just escalated. That's my phone. It kind of just escalated from 0 to 100 really quickly. Like, they started getting like sexual right away, like really early on in their relationship. And that is giving me anxiety. Like, I'm reading it and I'm physically like saying out loud, no, 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 no. I'm reading it and I'm going, no, stop, no, 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 no. And I'm paused like in the middle of like a smutty scene, and it is still like, the trope is still like fun and like hot. Like, I'm reading it and I'm like, ooh, like this is fun. But at the same time, I'm like, I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure everything is gonna be fine. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm sure this has a happy ending. But I don't know. Something about this right now, I'm like, this is not the easy read that I thought it was gonna be. The writing is easy, the content is not. So I don't know. Hello, it's Saturday. It's kind of late in the day. It might be like around 3. I'm not gonna lie. This low-key is putting me in a little bit of a reading slump. I don't know, like I thought it was gonna be more fun, romantic. It is very stressful. I think I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble today. I might try to like lock in and finish the like last maybe 100 or so pages. Cause I might be returning it, we'll see. What do you think? I think the character, Nick, low-key, the main male character, he kind of gave me the icky Nicky. I was saying Nick is kind of giving me the ick, and then, what's this girl's name? Ramona. She is not changing at all. Her actions are staying the same. She is not, we are like a good 2/3 of the book in. I feel like there is no growth to this character, and I don't see where the growth is gonna come from. I feel like she's just gonna be codependent on this man. And he's gonna be like her anchor, her source of like everything. Which, I mean, like, I think that kind of relationship is fun if I'm reading, my hair looks crazy, if I'm reading a mafia romance, which is like so out of touch with reality, or if I'm reading like a paranormal romance, then it's like, oh yeah, like this man is my everything, or like this woman is my everything, like this soulmate, blah blah blah. But in a real life relationship, like real people that are trying to be healthy, I don't know. So let's see if I lock in and finish this. Hello besties, I am in my sister's room again. I just got home from church and I have the best coffee. This is a Chunky Monkey from a coffee shop in Westchester. This reading weekend has been kind of a fail. I'm blaming it all on Extracurricular by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I'm sorry, Miss Rachel Lynn Solomon. I went back on Goodreads. The only book I've read of hers was actually The X Talk, which I really, really liked. I really enjoyed it. However, all of my feelings about Extracurricular, everything that I've said so far, holds. I finished the book yesterday, and I really had to push myself to finish it, and it just like made me not want to read. I thought I was gonna zoom through that book, be done with it in like 5 hours. but I really just didn't want to finish it. It made me feel icky and gross. I think there was a power imbalance, and not the way that you would think a student-teacher relationship power imbalance would be, but more because Ramona, the female main character, was like a very emotionally distraught person, and a very like a person with a lot of psychological trauma and issues, and I don't think that was addressed well in the book. I don't think the themes of sexual assault were addressed well. I think this story was not a romance. It was more of one character becoming emotionally dependent on another character, and I'm not a fan of that. I really did not like it. It made me feel really icky. So I did start The Only Good Indians. I wanted to like kind of read another romance right away, but when I am binging books, I like to like differentiate between genres. Oh my gosh, I lost my words for a second. I like to differentiate between genres because I don't want to get any storylines mixed up, or I don't want to get any side characters mixed up. I have really good memory. I've read like over 1,000 books, and I have a pretty good memory of like characters and what happens in a book. But I think if I was to read another romance, I would have like the lingering feelings of extracurricular, and I just wouldn't want that to affect my reading experience. So I went with something completely different, a horror. I'm very barely into this book, but I already think it's really interesting. I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble today. I will be returning extracurricular, which I almost never do. Like if I buy a book, I usually keep it, and if I don't like it, I give it away to somebody. I almost never return books. However, I just bought this like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, so hopefully I can like get a little bit into this, and then when I go to Barnes & Noble, see what else I can find. I feel like this video is full of so many outfit changes. I promise it is like the same 3 days. I feel like I have just done things that merit a lot of outfit changes. Okay. I have read a little more of The Only Good Indians, a little bit more, not too much, because I did go to Barnes & Noble. I returned to extracurricular, and I bought The Late Night Witches by Orly Wallace. Heather McLary is a booktuber who I really, really like, and I just watched a little reading vlog where she read this, and she really enjoyed it, and it just seems like the kind of thing that I would enjoy right now. I've really been into like spooky horror fall type books, even though it's literally summer and it's so hot. But I don't know, I think it would be really fun to read this after I finish this. This is about like I think 4 young men who are American Indians, Native Americans, and they're being haunted by elk. Like elk, actual elk. I think that's what's happening so far. It's very, not confusing, but it's very like purposefully vague. There's a word I'm looking for. It's very, not ambivalent. Ambiguous, that's the word I'm looking for. It's very ambiguous as to what's like actually happening. This reading vlog was kind of a fail. I only read 1 book. I'm gonna see if I could lock in and read some more of this by tomorrow morning before I have to go out and do some tutoring. Then I will conclude with that. Hopefully I will, fingers crossed. Her number 1 most favorite food is bananas, which is unfortunate. This is my breakfast of champions. Okay, I think you're gonna have to be satisfied with this angle. I did read some more of The Only Good Indians. Yo, I wanted this to be a weekend vlog. I'm not finishing this book before tutoring. I was like, Monday morning, maybe that'll still count. No, I'm gonna have to, I'll lock in. This book is really interesting so far. It's really creepy. Last night I was reading, an elk is haunting them. Spoiler alert. They are being haunted by an elk, it seems. I wanted to like look up YouTube videos of elk, but I felt like that would be a little too creepy. I felt like I would scare myself. I'm a really big scaredy cat. Sorry, I don't know what's going on outside. Oh my god, there was like a huge truck just passed by, and it kind of made my whole apartment shake. which just tells you how old my apartment is. Anyways, I'm a really big scaredy cat, as I was saying. I get really, really scared. I don't watch horror movies, but I really like reading horror. I don't know. It's T. Kingfisher's fault and Grady Hendrix' fault. But I'm really enjoying this so far. I find it really scary, really atmospheric, very funny, and very like you are rooting for the character even when they're doing the wrong or the dumb thing. You're like, come on, don't do that, don't do that. Which is kind of like how I like to feel when I'm reading a horror. I hate reading a horror and thinking like, oh yes, I would make this exact decision and everything still goes wrong, because then I'm like, I would die too. But when the character is doing things that I wouldn't do, I'm like, okay, I could get out of this one. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna eat my breakfast, then I have to prepare for tutoring, then I'm gonna come home, then I'm gonna walk Darcy, then I'm gonna read. A failed reading vlog. It's okay, it's okay. She's walking so cutely. She's always trying to get into somebody's car. Girl, that is not our car. What did I call my breakfast yesterday? Breakfast of champions? Well, here's another one. Plus a Darcy mug. In other news, well, first of all, my hair is wet, so you can just ignore. In other news, I finished The Only Good Indians last night. I really, really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was very atmospheric and very spooky and scary. Like, I was scared last night going to sleep thinking about it. The end made me tear up a little bit. I think I said in my Goodreads review, because I try to write, when I read literary fiction, I try to write like lengthier reviews on Goodreads. There were multiple POVs, but I still think the pacing was really great and the characterization was great. The only thing, I think I'm not studied enough on the kind of like mythology or whatever the social commentary is that the author is trying to make. My younger sister actually is doing a project on Latin American authors, I think specifically Argentinian authors, and then horror novels and horror movies I think she's doing, and she's talking about like the female body and the animal, which I wish she was doing North American authors, because this would be great, I think. And I think I'm not studied enough to really understand and to really grasp the social commentary that the author is making. I would have to read other people's reviews, or maybe, and I read his acknowledgements, and he talks a lot about, he mentions a couple books like The Antelope Wife, Dear Woman, A Vignette. I mean, I think I have some idea, but obviously I would like to know more. I thought this was really fantastic. And then after I finished this last night, I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw a tweet that was so, I don't even remember what the tweet was, but it was like about somebody who's really good at making money even though they don't want to make money. And that reminded me, of Cam Rohan from Mine Till Midnight, the first book in the Hathaway series by Lisa Kleypas, which is like, if anybody in this world got me, Lisa Kleypas got me. Like, she is my girl. That is my historical romance girl. I love her down. I love her down. Mine Till Midnight, I think I've read 3 times this year already, and I started reading it again. I have it downloaded on my phone, not even my Kindle, so like my eyes are like super red and just tired from reading on my phone. But I read probably half of it last night, and then I woke up and I read like half of it this morning. Obviously it's a reread. It's not like if there's like a page where I know what's happening, I'm like, skip that page. But it's so good. It's so good. I'm like reading and I'm highlighting, like, that's so bad. The chokehold that Cam Rohan has on me is literally sick and twisted. But I also got And Now Back to You from the library. I think I said this is something that I wanted to read in this reading weekend that has now extended. Today is Tuesday. I have this on my Kindle, but I saw it at the library. They had like 5 copies. So I was like, you know what? I might as well just grab it in case I do want to read it. And I think it's formatted cute. There are not a lot of words on these pages. Like, I think I'll be able to speed through this. It's kind of long. It's like 400 pages, more than 400. But honestly, as soon as I finish Mine Till Midnight, I'm gonna get on to And Now Back to You. I am like halfway through this. V.K. Borison. Okay, I read Grim Tidings, is that what it's called? Whatever her Christmas one. I read Heartstrings. No, not Heartstrings. The series I think is called Heartstrings. First Time Caller. They were both good. First Time Caller I wanted more out of. I don't know if I already said that when I was talking about this author. Grim Tidings, is that what it's called? I really liked it, but Christmas books are different. Like a seasonal book, it's so much easier for me to like a Hallmark Christmas movie. I'm not judging it on metrics that I like judge other books. This romance, I got my lashes done, so I can't even like have too many emotions because my eyes need to stay dry for like 12 hours or whatever. Yo, this romance has me like giggling, kicking my feet, screaming, gasping, laughing out loud. Like, I am having so many reactions while reading this. It's crazy. Jackson is so cute. I love Delilah. I think my issue with First Time Caller was that I didn't love the characters. I really liked the story. I love Nora Ephron. I love like the rom-com of it all. I love the plot. I didn't love the characters. Neither Lucy, I think her name was, nor Aiden. I love these two characters. I think this is really character based. We haven't had a whole lot of plot. It's really character based, and it's really working for me. Just like seeing these characters like go through emotions. We are like going through micro emotions here and like micro expressions and just analyzing everything, and it's really working for me. Like, I'm reading this and I'm like, I'm gagged. One thing that happened too with First Time Caller was I was enjoying the first 2/3 of the book, and then the last third of the book I didn't love as much. I'm praying. When I finished the first third of this book last night, I was like, okay, it's going really well so far. I hope it's not the same thing as First Time Caller. So far, so good. Like, I'm definitely like halfway now, a little more than halfway. I'm praying it stays good till the end. I'm praying, please, God. This is about to be... What books have I read recently? Okay, The Only Good Indians. I reread Mine Till Midnight. I read Extracurricular. I read... Okay, this is about to be the best book that I've read recently. Oh my god, I can't believe I put this off for so long. I feel like I've had it on my Kindle since it came out. When did this come out? January of this year? February of 2026. I've literally had it on my Kindle since February 2026. And it's now end of July. I don't know why I put this off for so long. It's so good. Okay, let me get zen. Let me calm myself down. Let me breathe. Let me keep breathing. Can I also just say, Jackson is so funny. His inner monologue is so funny. His quips are so funny. He actually reminds me, his humor reminds me a lot of like my brother's kind of humor. Which like feels gross to say because he's like the MMC and I'm like, but like no, his humor reminds me actually a lot of my brother's humor. It's like sometimes men can be funny and when they're funny, they're really funny. Jackson is like making me laugh. Like 90% of the time I'm laughing, it's because of Jackson. This book is literally, its claws are like in my brain. Like this is literally, this book is, the words are entering my brain and they're changing my brain chemistry. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm trying so hard not to cry because of my lashes. Yo, I'm not even done, bro. Like, can she actually stop? I'm literally... Spoiler alert for this book for 5 seconds. Jackson says, every hallway collision and spilled coffee, it's always been me coming right back to you. You're the end of the sentence, Delilah. I've just been too stubborn to see it. Okay, let me read the acknowledgements. I always read the acknowledgements, always. Okay, let me put on some lip gloss, wait. Cause it's looking a little crusty. Yo, if my sister watches this, I'm like in her room, on her bed, using her lip gloss. I miss you, Thea. I'm so happy that this reading vlog started off horrible with a freaking book that I was so excited to read and I've been looking forward to for months because of like the promotion on Instagram and stuff, and I read it and it just made me feel awful. Like I felt awful while reading it. I still didn't give it 1 star. I think it was well written for the most part. I'm talking about extracurricular. But it just made me feel so gross while reading it versus ending it with this, which I like have been wanting to read this. I've just been putting it off. And then also rereading Mine Till Midnight, which is always so good, and then reading The Only Good Indians, which was really good also. I'm really happy that this turned around. This just like made my heart feel so full and just made me feel so happy. And if extracurricular put me in a slump at all, this got me like right back into that. This makes me want to like watch a Nora Ephron movie. I feel like I'm gonna end up giving this 5 stars. I think this was a really good romance. I think the side characters were very fun. I think this was a good exploration into like the inner feelings of these characters and like the journeys that they're going on, while also still focusing on the romance. I think it was really cute. I love the little weather updates. I love any book that has any kind of academic. I love learning and I love, you know, education. So anything that has any kind of like science-y or anything I always find really interesting. I loved Jackson and Delilah. Delilah is like, she was a character that's very easy to like because she's so sunshiny and happy. And I really love Jackson. He was so funny. Like I was literally kikiing the whole time while I was reading this. And then their dynamic of them just being together was really cute to read about. I'm really happy that this vlog turned around. Okay, I don't know what the next thing I'll film is. Maybe I'll try to do another reading vlog soon. If you've watched up till here, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. It was really fun. And I'm glad that I'm not in a reading slip. Okay, bye!